A lot of time, it's just the timesheets and the hourly time cards for employees. I found that a lot of salary employees don't really get triggered for an audit unless they don't reach their annual 2080 hours. Being a full-time employee salaried, the annual hours you're going to hit is 2080. So if you have a lot of salaried employees that may not hit that, I feel like that could trigger an audit for salary folks. For hourly, it's going to want to look at missed punches, late lunches, and it's really going to look at state-based rules. So you want to make sure that you're following compliance per the state. Making sure that hourly employees are, clocking in and out based on their schedule. If they're late or they miss a punch, you want to make sure they're documenting that and signing off. Most importantly, before you pay out those employees, you want to make sure they're signing and approving those hours as well as a manager. We say it's safe to keep for about 7 years. That way, if you have anything that comes in, you have a look back period of 7 years. Most of the time, I haven't seen an audit that's gone past 3 years, but it's really going to depend on that company's history. If they've gone through audits before, did they pass those audits? If they've gone through prior audits and they've failed them, they're more likely to be audited sooner and more frequent than somebody who may have gone through an audit and had all the backup. They were able to find everything and provide it to the auditors. Another big thing I see is when employees have salary or hourly rate increases, you really don't want to make sure you're also tracking that with some specific forms for hourly or salary adjustments and title or position changes. As long as you're tracking that, you can explain the jump in pay for some employees. So really just keeping really good records and ensuring those employees, not only you have the records, but the employees have signed and acknowledged those records. So a lot of it has to come down with file keeping and making sure that those documents are stored electronically and easy to find. So if you have payroll, HR, it's safe to make a drive or a server that can hold a large amount of data and separate that data out by years. So you want to have a 2025 folder, and then we've found it's easier to track by quarter. So if you had to produce stuff, you have a 2025 folder or a year folder with corresponding quarters in it and those adjustments that took place in those quarters. Keeping those files safe and on hand for easy access is really going to help you guys prepare if that audit does ever come in, so you don't have to scramble and find all the files. A lot of clients have moved to electronic files now, but we do still have some of those, old school clients that don't necessarily want to move to electronic filing, so they keep a lot of paper. That can be really tedious when it comes to an audit because generally you have to transfer those files electronically anyway. So to save yourself some time, if you do have a lot of hard files that aren't transferred to a drive yet, I would suggest getting all those in the drive, organized, and really easy to just kind of find and provide if needed.